Man, it's a good thing to be able to meditate, get inside your head, and just think of things, think them through without being emotional about it, you know? Um, Come to a reasonable conclusion, solution, if nothing but for self. If you know, I mean, that's the thing. We all have genius in us, that God power. We have solutions to major issues within us. You know, we think that's the thing. They want us to think so little of ourselves. They want us to suppress that and be peons out here. They want to suppress the progress of the world, actually. So by suppressing our progress, they suppress the progress of the world. Because we probably would have if there's a need and it's beneficial to have flying cars. You know what I mean? Who knows? I mean, we see that on TV. It look like something, but is it practical? If it could be, we would have it already, or we could have it already. Maybe it ain't enough. That would probably be based on some other level technology, and we can't get there because they're killing all the people that would develop, and there's probably not money in it, not enough money in it for them. But I'm saying that because I'm also, I mean, that's the thing in itself, but also thinking about emotions, triggered shit, looking at the Cynthia G's and whoever. There's a bunch of them. I don't want to give them too much. That's too much clout right there. I don't give them too much, name recognition on it. The ones that's talking negative, I guess men or women, and what's negative, I'm gonna say from my perspective, negative, from sitting back from a logical point of view, not just because they men or because they women, they automatically wrong in what they're saying. That's stupid, and that's what I'm talking about. You gotta think, man, rationally, not illogically. That shit's stupid. Or, because it's becoming teams, man. This is so much division, but it's becoming teams. It's like Republicans and Democrats or Crips and Bloods or something. But anyway, I'm saying, like, as far as those women, though, as I'm thinking and getting mad, like, what they mean, delete them, don't birth them, and all this and all that, Well, don't. They want to delete. They're already deleting their sons and their daughters, but it's some type of threat. Those type of women, they've already deleted sons, daughters. I mean, that's all there is. So they're already doing it. I'm saying, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but the threat is that certain particular women, that men are so bad that they want to delete their babies, or they say not birth them. So I imagine that's a new way of saying that they're going to abort them without saying that they're going to abort them, because they ain't saying they're going to keep their legs closed. They just not going to birth them. So what would that leave? But why get mad about that? It's something that not thinking, not realizing. You don't want nobody like that procreating They need to abort all of their babies, boys, girls, whatever. They need to just get sterilized. I mean, you know, I see a point. They saying it, and so they're going to voluntarily do that. Good. I'm happy. I mean, you know what I mean? Think about it. That ain't nothing to get upset about, or unless you're clout chasing, to make a video saying, "Oh, I'm outraged. How dare they?" Well, not unless you're clout chasing, because you're just not thinking like I'm thinking. You're reacting to it in a way. I even seen what's her name, had a white lady reaction to her saying that what I'm saying about delete the black male babies, you know, inside of them. Yeah, well, it's a killing zone. It's a war. We at war. That's what I'm saying. Like, how you not at war? The as a fetus, you at war with black woman, and it's your mama. Maybe I don't need to come in this world. If I do, it's me and you gonna have some shit. Cause if that's your mentality, even if you do bring me in this world, I'm gonna have hell to pay. It's gonna be hell to pay, man. And it is. A lot of them do, and it is. So you mean to tell me that was the think, that shit, that make a lot of sense. That was the thinking all along. And then we want to shame because they know the ones that think like that, they know that's a worldwide plan, or at least a nationwide plan with all of the black women in America to think like that, to have that type of mentality. They just not getting around to saying it. That makes a lot of sense. And shame you as a man because your mother neglected you. Oh, his mama neglected him. Yeah, bitch. Oh, his mama treated him bad. Yeah. You gonna shame me because I was neglected? Because I was abused? You gonna shame me? Or a man? I mean, motherfucker really, I mean, if there was a black card, that bitch need to be taken from them. I mean, where they want to be on Thanagaskar, whatever however you pronounce that shit, with the Amazonians, or what? You know what I mean? Thanagaskar, man, Thanagar. Where Wonder Woman come from? That's where they need to be. Put them on their own shit. Fucking call it Dyke Island. Dikeland. But there I go. You know. Hey, it's got to be true. Hey man. I am about that black power, but not at all costs. Ain't no black goddess, mother of the earth, and all that shit. All of them are queens. All of them are no. And then, like I said, we need to be on the higher levels anyway. That's man-made, earthly shit. Everybody can't be a queen. Everybody can't be a king. You ain't a king without subjects. You ain't a queen without subjects. You gotta have peasants and shit. So somebody gotta be a peasant. You know, so can everybody be gods and goddesses? Perhaps. Certain people are. I think. Maybe not everybody, because if you buy into the program, all right, even, I would say they even hint at it. To me, I don't know how deep to get into that, how deep I can get into it, especially while I'm walking. But they even hint at it on American Gods with the Queen of Sheba. They had her down and out. They ain't have her smoking cracks and they ain't show all that, but I'm sure she went through bloody hell. She forgot who she was. She didn't know her power. And then they showed her remembering who she was and getting the power back. But I think that might be the last season. That's how they do. It's a lot of revealing things on that show, but it's hidden. It's very what's that word? Esoteric. You know, you got to know to be able to interpret it. That's why a lot of people just can't see things that's right in front of their face. A lot of stuff that's right in front of their eyes all the time. They don't get it. You say stuff, they don't get it. But those women are dangerous, and any man that's on that team is dangerous. Then that sounds like white supremacy to me. They just because they face black means something, like because their skin black, rather, well, all of the above. But that don't mean nothing. You already know all skin folks ain't kin folks, right? They definitely not. Man, they're the enemy. They're working for the enemy. They plans to drag us down and have us distracted, just merely defending ourselves and talking about that. Man, fuck them. Let them have their self and let us move on. I'm saying about the black power. Yeah, I have a love for black people. I love black women. I mean, the thing is, with the American, or whatever you call it, westernized program that they on, for the most part, it's fucked up. It's jacked up. It's like they're not who they are. They're the Queen of Sheba lost. The majority have no idea, no clue. So it's almost hopeless, to tell you the truth. But you got to keep hope alive, like Jesse said, because hope is not an effective strategy. But man, it's hard without any light at the end of the tunnel. It's always, damn, I think I'm gonna turn around. It's starting to rain. It's always hope. It's always a possibility that things can work out. Think that they can work out. Believe that they can work out, even if it seemed like impossible. But I ain't gonna lie. It is slim. It is very little chance. You gotta know what you're really facing, man. Gotta know the actual obstacles in front of you. You can't lie to yourself about obstacles. That's stupid. They there. It's hard as fuck. Is it impossible? I say nearly. A lot of things are. Very few people do certain things. Climb certain mountains. Even if it's a lot. Everybody don't do that. Everybody ain't capable of that journey. So I'm saying that. Yeah, but I ain't dealing with anything. I love black women, but I'm not dealing with anything. I'm not accepting anything. I'm not gonna let anybody treat me like a piece of trash, or whatever else. I'm just not going through it, me personally. And I don't think none of us should. We got to stand our ground. And from what I've seen, it seems like a lot of us are anyway. Gotta stand our ground and stay firm in that shit, man. We can't be giving in. Fuck. I just finding that I have way more strength than I thought I did, to tell you the truth. And that is a good thing. Like a mug, huh? That is definitely a good thing. To realize that you harder and tougher than what you thought. Hell yeah. How is that bad? But the thing is, if you just, whatever, bounce, monkey branch, whatever, from relationship to relationship because of what? So what I said the other day. So if we're addicted to drama, we're gonna be attracted from one drama to the next drama. You're attracted to a certain vibration, man, and you attract a certain vibration. For real. If you tuned enough or sensitive enough or whatever, I mean, there's so many different ways to look at it. I think it is. It's just many ways to get to the same thing, to have that spider sense, whatever, that tingle, to know when shit just ain't right. You know what I mean? You know there's no compatibility there. There's too many red flags there. They are a walking red flag. So you just walk away from that immediately. Unless you're gonna weaken yourself, and that's what I'm saying. Well, put that ass though, or well, I just want, bust one and whatever. Man, there's consequences to all of that. We just can't see. You don't see if you just keep rinsing and repeating that cycle. You're never gonna see. And really, speaking on those particular women, speaking of, not naming no more names, you know the names. If you in the manosphere, red pill, whatever shit, you know the name or the negative one. Like, who would hit that? What dude would hit that? And you know who they are, what they represent, and then maybe not all of them. Some of them, they pretty much drag queens, man. They actually real women, but they so artificial. They basically, they look like they wash their face, man. You with a whole nother thing. That's not the person that you see. It's obvious. Look like the Talking Dead. And why people can't see, especially the women, the more natural you are, the better off it is. Natural beauty is better. Artificial shit, it's just not cool. Don't no man want that. Don't no man want that. These dudes on all this, they on some artificial shit too. They might want it. Don't no man want that. But whoever accepting it, man, look, I ain't saying you ain't a man, because I suppose that's not true, but you're a man with low standards, low morals. Hey, man, in my opinion, you got to stand for something. You can't keep accepting this bullshit. Bots, BBLs, or whatever, artificialness. Man, they're going to end up washing their face, or they're going to dike out. We're going to be a stronger people for it, man. We can't fall into what the traps and all this and all that, what they want us to, man. We feeding their system. We feeding the system in more ways than one, doing that. Getting married, getting divorced, fucking children, paying child support, just caught up in the system, it's just a whole slew of shit that they make money off of us and throw us in the system and make life harder for us. When, I mean, man, it's like, so if you have kids, right, legacy, you have children, and your children end up, you don't have no generational wealth without no name. You know what I mean? In a way, yes, but your name ain't passed on only through male children with your name, and they have to have children. But them children don't have children for whatever reason. Maybe I want to get specific. I mean, use imagination. For whatever many reasons, they decide on a particular lifestyle that where they don't have no children. So your shit dead right there. Or it's over. So there is no legacy anyway. It don't matter what you do or don't do in this life. It's nothing, no one to pass anything down to. And even if there is, man, look at like James Brown, man. Look at all this children fighting over his money, whatever. Half of them probably don't have the Brown name. As far as I know, I don't see no legacy. A bunch of them actually, because those are people that's famous that ain't no legacy. Maybe a legacy of working in a particular field, but like legacy, I don't see very much of that for us anyway. So you might as well just build yourself up stronger in some way. Maybe men, we can still, if we take care of ourselves, for sure. If we take care of ourselves and we healthy, we can have children at an old age. Women can't do that. So the bottom line is, you get your shit together enough, you could actually leave a legacy, perhaps, like for real. But it got to get to a whole nother level, is what I'm saying, to be outside of this system. Can't do it in this system. You got to be outside this system, build that shit up enough like that. If enough of us do it, we can do it. You start opting out. Everything is full circle, man. All the things I'm talking about, been talking about lately, thinking about trying to terrorize us and keep us mentally fucking damaged and shit, man. We got to start ignoring it. You feel bad and you want to feel bad, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's so terrible. Like if you was actually talking to somebody that's something like, police killing, you would say that, like, but we got to get it off our radar as much as possible, man. It's the only way. Keep our mind in a positive state. And those, cause shit, man, that shit might come on your doorstep. Don't get me wrong. Then you deal with it. I ain't saying just family only, If you can do something that can make a difference, do it. But if you can only do something that's just making noise again, and ain't nobody getting a fuck, and ain't shit changing, that's sort of a waste of time. That's what I'm saying. Let them start seeing that shit. Damn, they just letting that shit go, because you're building up where you can make a change, where you can, man, look, where you can make a change. It take finances, thought, a mind that just think on the level of that. Stop waiting. Be your own leader. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I got to say about that. Think about the mind control on so many different levels, that they mind controlling us. And some it's deeper than others, but it's all being controlled. They're using our women against us. It's genius. I give them that. That shit's genius. But once again, read Nearly Full of Book, the compensatory code concept workbook, handbook for people that's victims of racism, white supremacy. Thoughts, actions, like if you don't, if you don't understand racism, what it is, and how it works, everything else will only confuse you. So it's a sad situation, man. It's just sort of but you can't let it get you down. Once again, get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Stay on the scene. Hey, man, stay up, get up, stay up. Don't feed the system. Stay healthy. Then we all dependent. Man, I got so much to get into, but I don't think I'm gonna get into it now. We all dependent in one way or another. If they pull a plug on shit, boy, we'll starve to death. All of us. How quick will this bitch turn into Mad Max? Probably 2 weeks, they stop them trucks from coming. It's a wrap. And maybe not even 2 weeks, because we've already seen, man, those that's paying attention already know. We already experienced it. You know, if maybe you haven't. I know I have. Already lived in hurricane, through many hurricanes, many situations where the trucks did stop. And the shit don't last long, you know. And then, not to mention, if they can, you know, they notice quick, I guess, and they start putting limitations on stuff. But before they do, you know, people start hoarding shit. I guess that's the notice. People start hoarding, buying tons of one thing, and it ain't enough for everybody. That's the problem. That's why you gotta at least stay stocked up on some shit, man, you know. In a practical way, some necessity things, some long shelf life things. Be smart, you know. But you know what I mean. If I could have a bunker, I'd have one. I can't have. I don't have one yet. Maybe it ain't necessary, or maybe it ain't necessary yet. So far, you know, even if you had one for 20 years, that bitch ain't been necessary yet. That's a long time to be stocking up on beans and greens or whatever the fuck, you know, them REMs and shit. It's a long time. It is what it is. Okay. It's a long one, huh? Don't usually go this long, but hey, appreciate you. Hey, man, I ain't stop. Man, I don't do this for the likes. I don't do this for the money. I'm not in this for the money. I keep saying that. I need to make that my put that on a shirt that I sell. I'm not in this for the money. $20, please. Don't steal my idea. All right. That's all I got now. I'm out. Peace.